usual.
I am your
Yeah.
co-host with Rita Pearl. It's Impenetrable, the Rebel, the Rexdale roster. You already done know.
Yeah.
So, as we were discussing off air and before even getting all started here,
Yeah.
there was a video clip that our producer extraordinaire is having a little bit of difficulty getting it going right now. But once he does get it going, we'll
Yeah.
work out. But we'll just discuss about it.
Yeah. Just
So
a little
she just
technical
stated,
difficulty. Nothing crazy.
yeah.
But we are going to kind of get into some of the topics and kind of maybe if any of you have seen any of these reels on IG, then maybe you might be able to comment. If not, then just listen up and we will today and how we're gonna, uncouth them, as so to speak.
Well, that's our job, is to give you the uncouth truth or perspectives
That's right.
or analogy of what we're seeing out there. So please understand that sometimes, yes, it may be a personal perspective, but we're also not trying to be too generalization, because everybody is a uniquely different person in regards to their perspective and how they're seeing things.
That's right.
All right. So it could be a different thing and not even be the uncouth truth to you, but it's working for us.
That's
All
right.
right. Cool. So one of the video clips that we had there was a lady going on a rant about how a lot of these girls are feeling, what would you say, self-entitled to being treated out to a dinner date at the most prestigious restaurants for a first
so
date.
the reel was kind of like a podcast interview, and the young lady was being interviewed and asked what her thoughts were on the dating culture of today in terms of
what the question was how much money should be spent on the first
was
date.
that the question? Okay.
Yes. And she said it didn't matter.
Right. She said it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And she kind of got a little heated. She was talking about a lot of the women of today and how, it's absolutely ridiculous for some women who to expect their first date to be like a trip to Bora Bora or something like that. And I tend to agree with a lot of what she said, because she was essentially just trying to say, women need to be a little more grateful,
For the effort that a
for
man
the
is
effort
putting
that a
in.
man is putting in.
I agree.
And
To at least wanting to treat you out somewhere.
That's right.
I look at it that way.
She said, she was saying, you're lucky. So she's saying, she's like, you're lucky that you're even getting something to eat, and she was even referencing the Cheesecake Factory debacle.
Yeah.
So that was that was funny, quite interesting. But you know how I feel about the Cheesecake Factory gate.
You know what she also went on the rant of? She literally exposed a lot of these girls showing off their dates and everything, how they're milking off these guys where they have no interest in the guy, but they want to show off their dating experience.
That's right.
And the whole thing. And this is where now it gets the guys on their nerves, where they don't want to now treat a lady out on a date, because now all you're looking for is the experience, not me that's providing the experience, not the guy. No, you just the experience to go back and tell your girlfriends ooh, girl, you should have seen where he brought me to. So why is he in none of the pictures though, girl? Okay, let's ask that question then. Because if he's such a good guy to take you there, why is he in none of the damn pictures of that damn
Very
date?
true. And actually, I find that nowadays it seems to happen a lot with sugar daddies, with the young ladies. All right.
An amount to spend on the first date.
Oh, I don't think it matters.
What? You don't think it matters?
No.
The internet is going to come for you heavily for this.
I think these girls that feel like the date that they take you on defines the man that they chose, they're full of crap. It's absolute BS. I think that it's a woman that's looking for the bigger, better deal, that has the audacity to say, I can't believe you want to bring me to the Cheesecake Factory. A lot of these dating scammers that literally go on a date every night just to be able to eat something, you're lucky you're eating tonight, because you probably can't.
But you got the gist. I'm sure a lot of the viewers got the gist of that. yeah, so again, what was she was saying what I exactly was saying she was saying.
Yeah.
She's just like, a lot of women need to be a little more grateful and
Just the appreciation, because if a man
yeah.
feels like he's appreciated of the effort
Yeah.
that he put into the date, no matter
Mhm.
what it is,
Yeah,
because he's like looking in regards to the interest of you,
absolutely.
right? Um, show some a little bit of appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these women now, like, or just anybody on the dating scene right now, you had parents, grandparents that didn't have the money for a quality date.
Mm.
And they had a better time and a better
That's
relationship and a lasting
right.
relationship with
All
that
right.
person
But that's the
in
thing.
regards to a date than whatever you guys are talking
Right.
about with money and this whole entire experience about spending this and spending that.
Wow.
Shut up. You
Yeah.
guys are whack. So I'll go off on it.
Look who's ranting now.
All right. Done.
Look who's ranting
Yes,
now.
the rebel,
See?
the rebel
The
rant
rebel rant.
finally come out one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say because you just
Sorry.
had me. I went off. I was on that rant. I was on that ride there just now.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I just zoned out. So, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, she was not. She was not wrong. She
No,
was
I don't
not
blame her for
wrong.
being wrong.
Listen, now, I mean, there is a limit, I think, though, to where you should go on a date. I just think that you shouldn't just go anywhere on your first official date. But I
Yeah,
do think on your
I
first
agree.
official date, I mean, after,
I concur.
and what
I
I
do
thank
concur.
you,
I do concur.
and what I'm saying
You
is
shouldn't be going no Mickey D's or nothing like that.
right,
Real shit.
right, and
Especially after if you guys have been talking to one
Right.
another for a while and like
and
you're
you know
feeling
what?
a good
For your
vibe, like, come
pre-date,
on.
y'all can meet at a Mickey D's if you want.
Yeah, but that's afterwards. But the first time that I would say shame on you. What you do that for? You don't like the girl. You don't like the guy.
You
What
just
happened
have
to
to
you?
play a game.
You know what I mean?
You might as well just tell the girl come over to the house.
Yeah. That's
No,
just
serious.
no, seriously. That's just telling me you don't like the person. Real
Oh,
shit.
wow.
The first time. Well, yo, let's go to Mickey D's, yo.
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
The
With a
only
Happy
time,
Meal and a
let me
Smile.
tell you this
Yeah,
right now.
it ain't.
The only
it ain't
time a first date should be at a fast food place is when you're in your teenager.
nothing. True that.
As
He's
a
right.
teenager.
You're absolutely
but
right.
we ain't talking no teenager business.
No,
Yeah,
we're
we are
talking
talking about some
big
grown
people
things. Yeah, so
All
yes.
right. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a grown people thing, first for me, literally, as I said, I don't mind taking a lady out on a date to a dinner date,
Yeah.
but I have to get to know you first to earn that dinner date from me.
True. I think
I
so.
need to know that our connection
I
is
think
actually going to be
exactly
good for a nice
That's why I
conversation.
said
and that
I
dinner.
like coffee dates
Could I say
because coffee dates. Wait, because coffee. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Go
Well,
on.
give me a second. Coffee dates are like a pre-date. It's like a pre-date, like pre-official date. It's like a okay, we're gonna officially like. Sometimes you don't even meet the person. It's your first time. You don't even know what this person really looks like, especially if you meet them off of an app, for example.
I
So-
married an axe murderer.
Right. So you want to do a pre-date, which is like a quick like hi, how are you, or getting to know you, talk a little bit out in public. Don't go anywhere crazy.
I
Right?
understand I understand like the pre sweet like
Right.
the basics are we go to eat and all that. But why do we have to go and eat? Why
No,
can't we
what
do
I'm
something
saying-
else? Why does it always have to come down to eat?
No,
Why
but I'm
can't-
saying
you know-
we're not eating though.
No,
A pre-date is just coffee.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, yes. I'm
Like,
just
go
saying
for
because
ice cream.
no, like something small
Walking.
and simple. Coffee, ice
Okay.
cream.
That's what
You
I'm
know what I
saying.
mean?
That's
Go
what
for
I'm
a
talking
walk.
about.
Yes.
So
You
what I'm
know?
saying is the official date that now can be once you've decided you want to see that person again. Oh yeah, I think we have a good vibe. I wouldn't mind going out with her or taking her out on a date.
But it's something.
And
Then
making
you guys,
reservations
then
or
you
something.
you
Yeah.
message, you call her or call her up and say, hey, or message her or whatever, however way you want to communicate. Where, you just say to her, hey, you know what? I think I was nice meeting you, and I wouldn't mind
As long
taking
as
you out.
As long as you're
That's
making
how it works.
as long as you're making it clear that it's a pre-date, because some of them are gonna think this is the first date.
Some people don't understand the protocol because they don't practice this protocol.
I'm just saying
That's the
because
thing.
some people are confused with it.
And that's why the problem is that people think that dating is supposed to be this quick fix, this quick happen thing, like this microwave thing.
No.
It's not. And that's the thing. The thing is, it's a process.
Well, the next thing is
Right?
getting
It's a
to know
point. Wait,
one.
it's a process, though, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
a process. And the process.
It's always
So,
about
but the
getting to know
problem
the
is not
person
everybody
first.
wants to go is patient enough to actually go through a process.
A part of the process is learning, communicating, and knowing the person, what their interests and likes are, so that
Quality.
now that maybe you could
can make a quality decision.
yeah, to
and
where we're
invest
so that
going
you
in
might
and
have a
invest in
quality
it.
relationship.
Thank you.
Yes,
Quality over quantity.
because
That's right.
Because I'm gonna admit, in the past, I didn't like. All right, yeah, the food thing and all of that, but I did different things. Like, as in, like, we went to, like, okay, like the art. We actually went to a exhibit. You
Like
know
I
what I
went
mean?
to exhibits.
A
Yeah, that's what I'm
Good.
saying.
an
Like, yeah.
art music, because
That's great.
no,
That's a
because
great
the
first
person
date.
no, because the person I was talking to at the time, we were into, like, I'm into art, and they were into art, so we were like,
Yeah.
yo, I wouldn't
That's what
bring
I'm saying. You're looking
somebody.
at different
I wouldn't bring
perspective of
somebody
arts. Yeah.
to somebody they're not into the art. You know what I mean? Then, I'm trying to customize and
Yeah,
knowing
yeah,
what they
yeah.
love and all of that, and getting
Of
the
course.
communication and all
Yeah.
of that. But no assumptions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Because
course.
I'm really trying to get to know one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it
So-
is. It's something that's going to invoke you both to be able to have a conversation. You go to an art show, that's perfect, because then you're both looking at art pieces. You're both probably giving your perspectives on each piece. It's great,
Exactly.
Then
great.
after there was a
And then you guys can get a little deeper. That's like a segue
Yes.
for you guys to be able to get into each other.
Then after there was a next time, went to a, what was it, like one of them poetry kind of neon things, you know what I'm saying? One of them kind of name, instead of just the basic going to the, like, some concert kind of thing. No, I want to
Impenetrable.
do
How many of the followers have tried this process, have been on a pre-date, and then a actual first official date?
I don't know. Ain't nobody saying nothing. They're not agreeing to anything here on the live right now. But you know what I mean? They just enjoy seeing me or hearing me say something very almost kind of righteously or whatever it is. But yeah, I really do feel like I agree with you on, like, the pre-date thing. Like, because I've always believed, like, if I'm going to be investing my time into a woman, I need to talk to her and see where her mind is at. How does she think? How does she feel about certain things or situations?
Yep.
Because if she's not really, like, being aligned with how I'm going at it, then I'm wasting my time and her time then.
That's right.
It doesn't make any sense to actually, like, continue it on with it. I'll just be like, you know what? Thank you, but you're a nice person, but you're just not my person.
That's it.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
Because I now know who I can now feel like right now we can give it a test trial if I feel like you're close enough to doing so.
Yeah.
And seeing that I can work with, like, whatever flaws and everything, because I'm not perfect
That's
either.
good. I like that attitude. That's you're flexible. That's what you're saying. You're flexible, which is good.
But you
And-
have to,
and
like,
that's-
definitely hit certain type of, like, things where it's like, all right, do we align on the same type of thinking pattern?
Gotcha.
Do we foresee a future in regards to, like, all right, how do you want to see your life in the next couple of years? How do you want to go about it? Do you have goals for yourself that you still haven't accomplished in
Goals are
regards to
important.
becoming the most complete, loving, nurturing woman that you want it to be? Is there any way that I can assist in that way? Are you going to be there to assisting me in becoming the best type of man that's actually a provider, protector, and making sure that I understand my lady going forward? Are you going to be that for me? Because if you're not, then you got to beat it.
Yes. And that, sir, ladies and gentlemen, is called reciprocity. That is all we need in a relationship. Give and take.
So one
Right.
person says, like, 100%, got to be on the same wavelength.
That's right.
Right. And for a man, that's definitely, for me, I feel is like a true responsibility, because if you are going to be the leader and the provider, as much as, like, the woman is going to be the last say and saying, like, all right, I'll be with this man.
Yeah.
What's important for the man is that you also too have to realize, like, the type of leadership that you're bringing to a lady. Now, if she's not ready for your leadership, don't stress it.
Yeah.
Because some ladies are not really ready for a man's leadership. They're looking for a male companion.
Message.
Right? So,
Yeah, that's
because they
true.
definitely feel like they're stronger or like men are stupid, whatever type of like thought process is. If you have that type of game in regards to having a partner, you're not going to have a partner lasting for long. It's an equal thing. I'm going to have some weaknesses that my partner is going to have some strengths in.
However, we must allow each other
To be
to
ourselves.
feel safe,
Yeah.
to behave and to act within our own energy space freely so that we together can flow freely as a couple. When I say that, I'm saying that allow me to be the woman that I need to be for you, and you
Agreed.
can be the so that you can be the man that you need to be for me. So that means that you as a man feel safe, secure, and
With my
protected
emotions
by
to you,
the
'cause I don't
woman that
share.
you have connected yourself with, and
Yep.
you as the woman feel safe, secure, and protected by the man that you have chosen as well. And that is the main problem, that a lot of us continue in relationships and we don't feel either one of those three, maybe all of those
Maybe
three,
all
and
three.
we still stay.
And you
And
say,
then years and years later, you
yep.
wonder what the hell, why you're miserable, what the hell are you doing? So I think those are things that you should always kind of live by within your yeah.
Now,
in
you also had a
relationships.
post up on IG in regards to, which I definitely agreed with, was like a lot of guys are out here saying that I want a woman that brings me peace.
That's
But
right.
are you bringing chaos into the household
That's what I say.
with that woman? Because what I literally have to literally call out with the men in regards to it, and it's not about the cheating aspect that came out there on the video.
No. It's actually for me, it's a lot of the other stuff.
It's more of the other stuff that I really want to really tap into with these guys. Let me tell you guys something right now. If you have a good woman and she's definitely making your place of home, you see how your workplace doesn't want you to bring home problems into the workplace? Don't bring your fucking outside problems in out of home to your woman to be causing a chaos, and then she's going to be calling you out on the bullshit with the chaos that you're bringing into the household. She is your peace. She is your love. She is your happiness from outside of the chaos. That's what you come home to. You understand that term now of what home is? It's not a house. If you have a good woman, you're coming home. So do not bring the chaos from the world out there to your woman. Yes, you may need to vent. Yeah, we all do. Because the world is a cruel place. But at least when you're coming home, don't bring the chaos, man. Like, don't do that. It's like the dumbest shit ever.
Yep.
And if you're that type of person, male or female, with a household, like, if anybody's seen those type of people, run from them.
And actually, you know what? I kind of learned that you can't really ask someone to be your peace either. I think that you should also
You should be
already
peaceful
have
first.
peace within yourself before you can look for that in someone else. And I think that like I said, a lot of men say things like, oh, you know, she nags or she complains or but why does she do that? What is she saying? Has she said it multiple times? I mean, have you asked her how she's feeling? Like a lot of men are not sensitive to any of that, and they're not in tune with their woman. And some of them they act like they don't even care about how
I
she
think the
feels.
biggest mixture up in regards to that is that when a woman is feeling something and she wants to know how a man feels about it, she should not ask a guy, how does he feel about it? What is his thoughts on it? Because a man is supposed to be more thinking and not really relying on the feelings part. That's
Mm-mm.
what we've been raised up on, literally and truly. So if you guys are feeling something, I think the best thing in regards to the solution is a lady saying like, well, honey, I'm going through this and this is what I'm feeling. What are your thoughts of me going through this type of feeling and such? Because a man will like to think something out more so and analyze it that way than trying to like get into feelings about it.
I don't see that as a complicated thing for a man to answer, though. I think a man who is in tune with his emotional side should not have a problem with being able to articulate his feelings. And I'm saying, and I'm saying that's, I'm saying what I'm saying. A man is dual. A man is strong, and a man is a thinker, and he is more of a, you know, he's more of course, the go getter. He is more of this, you know, he's the power in the house. We know this, but a man is also he is also an emotional being.
When he's in a loving state.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Emotional being, regardless of the emotion, is
Let me tell you
emotional.
this right now. The thing about it is that when the ladies are now saying that they would like a man to being like more showing their emotional state.
Okay.
For
That's
me,
I'm
gonna say it for me. I don't know
that's
about
not
other guys.
that's not what I'm looking for, though. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if a woman is naturally soft and nurturing, and you know, by nature we're talking, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Soft and nurturing and caring and all these things, right? A man is also as well. It's just a man does it in a different way. He has a different way of doing it.
Men will definitely
different way.
like will share our emotional feeling with someone that is truly going to be trustworthy to not use it against us, number one. Number two, knowing that it's not going to go anywhere. And number three, we're not is not really now a judgment in regards to me being a weak man. That is the confidence that a man needs to feel from his woman in regards to being that vulnerable to actually letting out an emotion.
It's vulnerability. That's really what it is. And I think that's the difficulty that I find
Because
a lot of
men
men
are literally
have.
been trained to being provider, protector, and all that. So once that guard has been violated,
that's crazy. If it's
done.
if that's your woman, that's your wife, that's crazy to me. That's madness. So you're telling me the one that you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life, if you do so choose, is she's not worthy of that side of you?
She's definitely worthy of that side of me, but not like fully.
I'm not saying that you got to break down and cry like a bitch. I'm not saying that.
I get that.
What I'm saying is, yeah, if you have a feeling about something, you are human. You have feeling, regardless of whether you want to acknowledge it or even express it. It's still there.
But the problem is that we've been hardwired to actually like deal with our thinking process to keep feelings away from being logical. It's just plain and simple. Most men like to just work on logics, not with the feeling attached to it or even like expressing out our feelings. Everything is always a thought process, as if like it's almost like a chess game.
Okay.
So that's been like literally the hardwiring that happens. So when it now finally comes down where we get away from being like playing the chess game out there in the world, with a good woman, you will get to see that side of man.
That's right.
But it may not come out for a while until he can really feel,
of course,
that way.
Everything
and that's what a lot
time.
of women
That's
don't understand. They feel
Mhm.
like it should just come right away, and it's like, no.
That's okay, because there's plenty that I can say that men would like to come right away too.
Yeah.
And they don't have time to wait either for. You know what I'm talking about, men. Any men who are watching, you understand
I
what it
call
is.
those males, they're not really men.
This is just it's the nature of most men. That's just what it is. But you know, it's something that I think if any man is looking for a long lasting connection with a woman, he needs to learn patience. The same. That's what it is.
Same thing with some ladies too.
I
Yeah.
find that a lot of men out there want to jump quick. They want to get in bed. They don't, and because they're leading with their parts, but also some of them they do it because their intention is to try to lock you down. Some cultures, that's what they do.
Yes.
So
and some of them, that is definitely facts, and I
do you
have to agree
understand?
with that.
So if
You
you
gotta be
don't
careful
give
with your
them,
choices. Yeah.
if you don't give a lot, they get upset. And it's and it's madness to me because it's like, this is what I'm saying about the hookup culture. I even know people who said to me, like, verbatim, like, I feel like um you do need to sleep with the person in order to kind of consummate some kind of relationship. uh and I'm like, well, I don't think so. I think I mean,
I
but
could
I don't want to
definitely tell you.
sleep with someone so
For
quickly, right?
me, it
Yeah.
definitely is another topic. Yeah, for
How
sure.
long is long enough before sleeping with someone you're interested in, someone you're dating?
I could tell you right now, I've actually had a great dialogue with a lady before even sleeping with her. And I already knew that if I did sleep with her, it's a wrap. Like, it's love.
Yeah.
Because I was already like falling into her before even like sleeping with her to even knowing the experience.
Right.
Right. So the only thing that it was doing was just giving me a confirmation that, okay, this is like the person to be with. Then.
That's right. But you were already seeing her.
I was already seeing her and
Right.
like having the
Some
conversation.
people don't. They just, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Some of them it's quick.
Conversations were long. It was very much in depth. We definitely got to like
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You were essentially seeing her at, with interest, right? So you were kind of building something already.
Yeah.
And when you already felt the connection, you did realize that you're physically attracted to her.
Like, as I said on one show before, I literally do the 6-month rule of the dating. We're not going to be officially together until after 6 months from the first date.
That's a good amount of time.
Because you never know what a person is literally or how they're going to react with things in life if you do not sit back and wait after 6 months in a year.
Yeah.
Because things happen.
So true.
Things happen, and you have to know if, like, all right, can you handle a situation that is now like maybe not so good or even that good for you? How do you react? How is your thinking patterns going to change from like when we first discussed before?
You're pretty much saying you want to see how much you're gonna grow.
Of course, or not grow.
Or not grow.
Because a lot of times, as my saying is, nobody's really adults out here in this world until it's comfortable for them to being an adult. Right? So they'll act like they're growing, but they're not really growing. They're just putting on an image because it's comfortable for them to put that image on now.
Yeah.
But they're going right back to their childish ways when the camera's not on. Because we're all still kids.
Yeah.
Right? So we're all still kids, still learning. No matter what nobody says, like, oh, well, they're the expertise in this world or whatever or whatnot. No, you're still a kid because you're still doing trial and error. Nothing has been perfected except for the Most High. But yeah.
I wanted to put my 2 cents in on the topic, and I think I think 6 months is good. A good round time to decide whether I would like to like maybe seriously date someone, because that's when the real dating begins. But at this point, I think after 6 months, you kind of establish whether it's going to be exclusive or not.
That's true.
I would say
that's
that
what
too.
I'm saying. Yeah,
because during that time, how much the growth on each other, on how much you learned, and all of that.
Exactly.
And
to
communication.
Like,
and all of that. Everything all in one. You know.
I look at it as like a 6-month rule for in regards to the dating. Then, like, if it's good, you have a relationship. Then you guys can decide after what, many years, like 2
And
years,
I also,
maybe 3 years,
and that's the
marriage.
thing. And the thing too is, before you decide you're exclusive, then you don't need to be exclusive.
Yeah.
I believe you just need to communicate to the other person that you're seeing other people. Now the problem that I have is people's interpretation of what that means.
Oh, good Lord.
Now seeing other people means you are out going
You're
out with you're
engaging.
going out with other people, you're engaging in communication with other potential people, you are getting to know other people because you want to see who might be the best fit for you. And you're free to, but this is something that you should be doing by my recommendation without doing the horizontal polka. Okay? So I think that keeps you clear-minded. Of course, you're going to meet a couple hotties. You're going to probably feel a little hot and bothered, but you take it home and deal with it at home if you need to, or take a cold shower. But that's what you do, because that's why you have to be patient, and that's why it's a process, because you want a better outcome and you want to be able to build something with someone that's a little deeper than what's between the sheets. That's all.
I am not going to touch that topic right. That's at all.
I know, no. That's why we're here. You got to give your perspective. So you think that sex should be when? How long?
Listen, like, I believe it's not even sex. The love making, if you are truly interested in the person, should be a consummation after knowing that that's the person that you would like to be like investing your time with going forward. That's it.
Sorry. You would like to what now?
You hear what I said?
No. I heard something about you said. I heard you say consummate.
Mhm.
But how
that should be
long?
like the final ending part in regards to like literally wanting to being with someone, like making that
So
commitment
the
to them.
6 month after,
I would say
yeah,
like in the
that's
6 month
of
period.
course after 6 months.
Now,
Like I said, when
I
you decide that
definitely
you're
get it.
exclusive, but I was discussing with pre-exclusivity. You know, I said
Like
you
the
can see other
consummate.
people.
Oh, like to be
No,
having.
while you're dating, while you should be pre-dating numerous people, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Pre-dating, which means you're going out, you're meeting, you're going on little dates and meeting them for coffee and whatnot,
Okay.
right? Then after you decide, you realize who you really want to deal with, or you're connecting with, then you move to the date, right?
Yeah.
You date, now you're dating maybe let a couple people as opposed to the larger group that you had before. 6 months in, you realize, hey, I kind of narrowed it down. You decide to kind of hang out with one guy, the guy likes you, then you guys consummate if you're going to be together. What do you think?
Well,
What do
for
you think?
me-
Not what do you feel?
For me, when it comes to like the dating scene, literally and truly, was that it was always one woman at a time. I never had multiple women to like choose from and all that. If
Mhm.
I was always just one, like if there was some woman that caught my interest, I would let her know that, yo, you caught my interest. How would you like to get to know one another?
Mhm.
If it's mutual, cool. We go on, we start having our conversation that way. I never had it where it was like I'm talking to this girl or I'm talking to that girl
Okay.
to try to figure it out. The problem is that y'all have so many damn personalities. Y'all can
Oh,
be
here
whatever
we
you
go.
want to do on that time with the guys. So don't even start, because you, Miss Leedy, with all the different voices and everything, will definitely make a man realize you have different personalities all in one. All right? Now start.
Hey.
I like that.
Why
I
are
like
we airing my
I
laundry,
like it
yo?
that you said one at a time, because you see, when you're juggling, it's like a job. You have this one to worry about, this one not
No,
worry.
no. But
No, it's like a job. You
you
have to
guys are not
juggle.
understanding.
It's a
But that's
juggle.
the whole
Too much
purpose of
stress to blood
no,
clot.
pre-dating is not worrisome.
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
Because
ladies do more of the
because
juggling.
because that oh well, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm a juggler, but I haven't I wasn't before, but I am now.
That's not the kind of juggling me I talk about. You said
No, I'm
what
not
I was
talking about that
No,
about.
what
kind
we're
of
talking about the
juggling.
juggling is that she's talking to like different type of guys to see it in regards to
Yeah.
like a better option.
No, that's different.
Right?
But me I talk about
I
that you're
wasn't that type
serious
of guy
upon
when-
the one person. Not that you're exclusive to the one person, not exclusive to others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Of
But
course.
what I'm saying is the ones who are, it's too much headache. You understand? Like a blood clot jab. You get what I mean? Because yo, you have to worry about this one. You have to worry about that one. Oh, blood clot. You have to worry about this one too. Especially if you're like, if you're a real what they call it? Player. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Some of these players they are saying that they have 10. I don't know how you do that because you got 10 headaches to deal with.
That's what
You know what I
I'm
mean?
looking at.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know how these guys are out here have like 4 gal, 5 gal, and all
So
that.
how them?
And I'm just
How do you
like,
deal
so
with the
how the
headache
hell do
them?
you manage all of them and your job and your life with
Yeah,
all of that type of headache? I come around you
exactly,
24/7 on your phone.
exactly. Me not understand that part.
What? What are you saying?
What did my guys?
Speak up.
Too much fright,
Speak
man.
up. Speak
It's
up.
too much adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? It's too much adrenaline to take.
Yo, I was never that type of dude to like try to have like multiple women to talk to. It just never made any sense to me because if you're really trying to invest in having like a good like relationship with someone, you don't need to be like having options.
Body fluids exchange.
Yes. Once you do, but again, we're not again. I don't know what kind of dating you guys do. Okay.
Mhm.
But
Matt,
there's no body fluid exchange.
with this is what I'm
This is
trying.
what I've been explaining. This is
is
what I'm saying. But this is the problem is that nobody follows that.
Yeah.
This is the
Mm.
problem.
That's
Everybody.
why, because my brother said, I don't know. My brother Sammy said, I don't know how these guys do it, right? And impenetrable was agreeing with that. Like, think about a guy having like 10 women. Sometimes it's really hard to be in one relationship, and you know what I'm saying, with life and everything. You know what I mean? On That's with even if you have a great connection, life stresses. You still have to maintain. So imagine a guy that says that he's got 10 women or 5. Think
And they're
about.
going through a
I
stress in
think
their
to
life.
myself, I'm like, how did you go through that? And if you have 5 with them, I seen in my own, not myself, because I love myself a lot more than that throughout my whole life, right?
Mhm.
Not to say that I've always been a saint or I never made mistakes or whatever. No, I'm just simply saying that for the most part, I've always respected myself, right? And I'm
That's
very
what it
happy
comes
with that.
down to. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a male whore. Like,
right.
I don't need to have myself
Exactly.
out there to like so many different
Exactly.
women for an option. Like,
Not to
I
say
know what my worth is as a man, so
Yeah.
I just need to present it to one woman at a time.
Yeah.
That's how a man's supposed to move.
So then I think.
So this whole thing about gallus thing, me not into
Yeah.
that.
So then I think.
That's a hard job.
You have 5 women, and I heard many men, many dudes be like, "Yo, yeah, man, me fuck a different thing every day of the week. Yeah, a different girl, bro. She comes, one leaves." And I just think to myself quietly, I'm like, "How the fuck do you do? Sorry, how do you do that shit?" I'm like, I mean, if you're sleeping with this one and that one, and you only got one stick, and there's 5 different freaking caves, and you are there fucking, and the flora and the fauna, like, what the hell, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's you playing, and that's and one last thing before I leave this mic. One last thing, because you got to think about diseases, and from the headaches to diseases to
cousin,
STDs
yep.
to all of these things that are real in life, right? But you also got to think about the spiritual part of it, because
Yeah, there's a
every
spiritual
time
Soul
connection.
ties,
Yeah.
honey.
every
Soul
time
ties. We know.
exactly, you're losing and you're losing and you're losing more of yourself.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like to know this part here though.
It's not that you're losing.
So
You're not losing yourself.
so
You're
so
tied to every person.
tied, but when you're tied with every person with so many, right? Suppose all of them want it at the same time, right? At the same time, the same night. How do you deal with that stress?
What?
You know what I mean? That's what I never understood that with the real
Listen,
players.
let me
You know
tell
what
you
I'm
this.
saying? I'm like,
I was definitely someone that ladies try to say was handsome when I was younger. And like, they wanted to like talk to me, get to know me and all that stuff. And I was like, no, I don't like the attention like this. I just can't deal with it. Because you're there now literally trying to make sure that everybody is happy, satisfied. And that drains you.
True.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Because it's even like being out there for like even like your own family and everything. When you have a large family and you're always like there for everybody, like no matter what it is, friends, whatever, brotherhood, sisterhood, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're drained. So I don't understand how these brothers are saying,
So imagine how much drainage they have to put out on that back. That back.
You see how much what them have to put in that then to keep five woman good.
There's only so much you could hold in that back, There's only so much you could hold,
I think that's the reason why supplements came into effect. They're not natural anymore.
Oh my gosh. See, there was another video we had, right? Was about different foods. Different fruits.
Yes, the different foods talk.
Yeah, because I think this is how we'll finish. We can round out the show.
Yeah, we can round out the show with this one.
Yeah. So let's just do a little quick
color code of food. It's God's original barcode that allows you to become your own nutritionist when it comes to figuring out what you need at that time. Food that is red, that's for your vitality and your energy. The orange food, whether it's oranges, squash, this is for the boosting of your immunity. Green is for your digestive system and detoxing you. The purple, the blue, this is relaxation. This is what antioxidant kills the free radicals. The yellow is good for your brain.
Yeah.
So whatever feeling you have,
right,
they are your internal guidance system to let you know something is off balance in you. So if you know the color coding of food, you don't have to know how to read all through the paragraphs of stuff that's on the back. Matter of fact, if it got a paragraph, it's not food. Matter of fact, if it got a barcode, it's not food.
Wow.
It's really an industrialized commodity posing as food. It's good tasting plastic, but it's not real food.
Right.
In faith, we hear that.
I know, but the problem is, I'm not talking about Rastafarian faith. We're talking about Western society, Western diet. We're talking about We're talking about. I mean, again, we're losing our food. We're losing the authenticity and the realness of our food based on what's happening. You already know what's happening, but you know, we just have to really keep on. It's just a reminder to keep educating yourself. And
the reason why we're not knowledge of it is because, of course, you can tell we've been indoctrinated in regards to knowing what the 4 food groups are.
Yes.
And what did they tell you were the 4 food groups? Vegetables and fruits,
whole
grains,
and whole grains,
milk and milk alternatives, and then meat and milk alternatives. Instead of telling them the color code of the food of what we're supposed to eat to make sure that our bodies are being properly nourished.
That's right.
So it's already been a manipulation right then and there.
From time. Absolutely.
All right. So do they really want you to be healthy? No.
No, of course not.
They never wanted it because there's
if
no
they
profit.
wanted you to be healthy, they wouldn't have doctors. They wouldn't have none of that, right?
Yeah, and that's the reason why in the 4 food groups, it's so foolish when I'm seeing milk and milk alternatives. What do you mean milk alternatives? You mean the righteous thing, because the milk that you're giving everybody is wrong. Meats, we were never really meat eaters as human beings before.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then now meat alternatives, like still lacking in the nutrition that we need with trying to say alternatives. Yeah, I never trusted it, but yeah. If we just understand, yellow is for your brain, blue and purple are antioxidants in regards to your relaxation and your body actually like going into a zen, if you want to say.
Go ahead.
Green, digestive system, detox.
That's right.
And then not to forget, which they also, I think is not mentioned in the video there, red.
Yeah.
Red fruits, red vegetables, your energy.
That's right. For your heart, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically for the cardiovascular. So, it's funny because I started doing a detox of my own, and I dropped 5 pounds already on just doing it.
I always do the juice cleanse.
Yeah. I've been doing a morning cleanse every morning. Before my shake, I drink like a little concoction I've made.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. So
I do a juice cleanse like every 2 months at the end of the
lime and ginger, people. Lime and ginger.
So I don't do like no foods whatsoever for like 2 days near the end of the month, and it's just juice cleanse.
Fasting, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I mean, listen, I think it's time for us to say it was a great show.
Exactly.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you
for
guys
paying
for watching.
attention.
Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Exactly.
This was a podcast of the UnCouth Truth, and much love to everybody. Thank you.
Exactly. You don't know, but
Set
we
it
always
off.
have to
All
end
right.
it like this. This is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide. You done know.